And today in State Focus segment, we'll discuss state of Gujarat. And to discuss on that, we have with us Mr. Saurabhbhai Patel, Energy Minister, Gujarat. Very good evening and welcome to Power News.
Good evening.
Mr. Patel, first of all, I'd like to ask you, if we talk of power scenario in the state of Gujarat, then state government claims that not only the urban area but also around 18,000 villages are also receiving 24 hours of power supply, and there is no load shedding in the state. How far these claims are true?
Absolutely true. See, the reason is that this has been done through our program Jyoti Gram Yojana. And today we can proudly say that ours is the only state which gives 24-hour supply to all the 18,000 villages, and for which we have received a lot of awards within the state also. A lot of states have sent their teams to have a look at the whole scheme. Couple of them have implemented it, and within the country, a lot of experts have also appreciated the whole scheme of Jyoti Gram Yojana. And today, because of this scheme, there have been huge benefits, and even the Planning Commission, the Centre, all of them have appreciated. So as far as the villages are concerned, we can say that today 24 hours power is supplied to all the 18,000 villages, 24 hours power is supplied to all the small towns and big towns, and today in Gujarat we don't have a single minute of load shedding.
I think this scheme of yours, electrification program which is known as Jyoti Gram Yojana, it has proven to be a very successful model in the entire country. What is the success mantra of the scheme?
See, our Chief Minister wanted that we should supply power to all the 18,000 villages. See, without light, there is no life, and there is no development if you don't have 24 hours power. So what we did, we installed new lines, and within a short span of 2.5–3 years, 1 lakh kilometers of new lines were erected. So for supplying the lines, we had a specific program by which, on a war footing, we established new lines for the villages, which we made it as a Jyoti Gram Yojana.
Okay, in a situation where most of the states are reeling under severe power crisis, I think Gujarat is the only state that has managed to come out of this problem of electricity shortage. How have you been able to manage this, achieve this? Well, if we look at the figures of the year 2007-2008, Gujarat topped the list of power deficit states with the 26.7% shortage during peak hours and losses in the tune of 2,000 crore. So how has this been made possible?
See, the losses in the tune of 2,000 crores is true, but that was in the figure of 2002-2003. Then we did our rebundling, we did a lot of programs. Say, for example, ours was the only state which renegotiated the power purchase agreements done by early years. So by renegotiating the PPAs, we saved around 500 crores annually. Then what we did was, we came out with a very strong program for controlling theft. So in that, we saved a huge quantum of money. Third, what we did was, we increased our plant load factor by 15 to 20%. So that also resulted in a lot of money. So in every sphere of life, by saying reduction of interest rate, increasing the plant load factor, increasing the efficiency, increasing the income, reducing all the cost, we were able to make a profit of 200 crores 2 years back. And I'm sure this year the balance sheets have not come out, but we'll be having a profit of at least 500 crores.
Unbundling of SEBs and restructuring of power sector reforms have yielded good results in terms of accountability and performance enhancement. So how would you rate the performance of power utilities of Gujarat with respect to other efficient state power utilities?
See, I can say that when we unbundled, we never had one day strike. So this shows the success, the confidence the employees had in us. So that is a good signal. We took everyone together. Second is our T&D losses. We had the political will T&D losses can only be controlled if there is political will. Absolutely. And that is the reason, if you look at our average T&D loss as on today is 19%, which was around 35-40% about 3 years back. So you can see the difference in the droppage. Second, if you look at the other utilities, our city, Baroda, was adjusted as one of the best cities in the distribution sector in all India ratings. So you can imagine that we compete with the private sector in any given levels, and that is the reason why we received a lot of awards from lot of recognized institutions. So we can compete with anyone.
Here we'll take a short break. You keep watching Win-Win Power News. Welcome back. You're watching Win-Win Power News, and today we have with us Mr. Saurabhbhai Patel, Energy Minister, Gujarat. Mr. Patel, Gujarat has been a leader in infrastructure reform in India and an attractive destination for private investment. Looking at the enormous fund requirement in the power sector in coming decades, what are you doing to create a conducive environment for private investment in the state?
Our generation was, say, 9,000 to 10,000 units about 1.5 to 2 years back. We have planned our generation capacity in such a way that we will be practically doubling our capacity in next 3.5 years. So you can imagine the quantum of jump. So in real sense, our Chief Minister wants Gujarat to be the energy hub of the nation, and we are going ahead in that direction. Now if you look at the state subject, then what we do is we put in equities in our companies and we tell the state utilities to go in for additional generation, which is on gas based, which is also on domestic fuel, where we have got our own coal mines. As far as the private sector is concerned, what we do is, and which we have done it very successfully, is we have gone for open bidding. And the open bidding process is based on imported coal. Today we have signed 3 bids on imported coal. The price ranging is 2.89 for 1000 megawatts, and 2 bids which we just signed about 4 days back is of 1600 megawatts of 2.80. This is levelized tariff for a period of 25 years. So you can imagine the power purchase agreement which we have signed is so competitive that nowhere in the country levelized tariff of 2.80 or 89 is available as on today.
Okay, seeing the depleting fossil fuel resources, it is said that renewable energy would be a major source of generation in the future, and we have to shift our focus from conventional to non-conventional. Now, Gujarat, being a progressive state, has already taken a step further and has an installed capacity, has the largest installed capacity of through solar, wind, and biomass. So what I'd like to know, Mr. Patel, is that how much capacity you're planning through renewable in the 11th and 12th 5-year plan, and what is the state government doing to promote and popularize renewable energy usage in the state?
See, today ours might be the only state which has got, or rather has given permission to have at least 10% of the energy which is generated in the form of non-conventional. Wind, we have done pretty well. But most important thing, we have taken a big lead in solar. I'll give you just one example, that we came out with the first solar policy in the country. And our Chief Minister wanted that we should take a lead because this is the future. And we should show the nation how solar has to come in. The centre followed us with its own policy, but today we have given LOIs to number of companies for around 700 megawatts. And I am very happy to tell you that today around 300 megawatts have been signed, power purchase agreement. Nowhere in the country has it been signed. the total central allocation for solar is only 1000 megawatts amongst all the states, while we are going to have minimum 750. Second, the reason why we are going is that we believe that new technologies will come in and the nation will benefit over a period of time. Today, Gujarat is ready to pay the price because there's a cost. Today, when we are buying power at 15 rupees a unit, this is not being subsidized by the center. This is going from our own kitty. So every year we will be giving 1000 crores to the person who is generating, because 15 rupees is not a small amount. And that is how we are going to go ahead. So to be very honest, it is the state government who is bearing the cost, it is the people of Gujarat who is bearing a cost, and new technologies which will come in, which will positively benefit the country, and that is the reason we have come out with the solar policy.
Well, thank you so much for joining us in Win Win Power News.
Thank you.